There we go, yes, clean and green city. Welcome back, Mayors. Thank you for stopping by my city again today. This is Blocks, and you might remember last episode we went on a bulldozing spree and revealed the two Great Lakes over here. We moved tons of our residential zones just down here out of the way temporarily while we go under a big redesign of our city. And I've got two ideas for this area that I want to share with you today and kind of get your thoughts on. So, the first one is to do a bunch of Tokyo Town zones in and around the lake area, because I noticed these have got nice little lakes or rivers or streams or ponds or whatever you want to call them in and around the houses, and I think that might match quite well with the lakes themselves. And the second idea I've got is to use the Mayor's Mansion, because it strikes me that with nice views across the lakes in a sort of secluded area, nice and quiet, that might be, quite a nice area for the Mayor to build his mansion. So we're gonna do that. Let's start off by just bringing a road up from our city entrance, and then I imagine we would sort of head off over this way then with a road that would take us over to the sort of mini Tokyo Town area or the Mayor's Mansion, and I want to find a way to slot them in around this area that doesn't disturb the lakes or too much of the trees. So I'm going to trace the outline of the lakes, and if you haven't done this, this will give you an idea of where you can build without disturbing the surroundings. So I'm just going to draw a road in right now, and you can see the lake disappears there, right? So if I press the cross and then we go and draw another road in a second, see the lake pops back there, so now we come back in and we're just going to take a road off here, okay, and I come up to here and right, the lake disappears there, okay, so we can't fill that square, it's that one just there, the lake's going to disappear. So let's just see if it goes that way as well. Oh, we could go this way around the lake, that's pretty interesting. We'd obviously lose some of the trees, but we're going to go this way now and then along and then along another one, and can we go there? No. Can we go there? No. Can we go here? No. And just testing exactly where we can get to around the lake. It looks like that goes up there, so let's just whiz past that one. About the end. And then we come back in here on the corner. Okay, that took out a load of trees. Look at all those trees that disappeared, so we don't want to go there for sure. What about this square? Okay, that took out some of them, so we could go there and retain the trees down. Ooh. Difficult to do this on such a little device because I've got a little old iPhone. So we could do something like that. That might be quite interesting. But let's just come back out to here for now. Go up this way. And what about... Ooh, so we lose... Right, okay, so we either lose here some trees going this way or that way. So I'm just going to stop the road there for now. Put that in there like that, and then we have to decide kind of which one is better suited to the Mayor's Mansion and which one is better suited to the Tokyo Town zone. So let's grab the old Mayor's Mansion, drag it over and pop it down there. Is that kind of centralized on the lake? Yeah, it's not bad. Maybe one to the right. No, I think that's a better view, isn't it, from the sort of front of the lake. And the kind of thing I'm thinking is, we'd have a road coming in over here, and we might even set the Mayor's Mansion back one space like that perhaps, and we'd create a little roundabout. You can do this by just dragging around like that. Ooh. A little bit fiddly, like I said, on a small device. I'll just have to do it like that now and then create the other bit of the roundabout separately. Or we could actually just do this. This might be quite an interesting look. How many spaces wide is that? It's 3. So yeah, we could do something like that actually. That almost implies a little driveway just for the Mayor's Mansion. That's quite a nice little touch. Yeah, that could work. I mean, all these traffic lights, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, that's kind of an interesting look. So yeah, maybe that. And then over this side, and we're obviously going to have to move some of the buildings in this area out once we've fixed up exactly what we're going to do with our vineyards and things along this kind of area. We should have a bit more space here to perhaps put some Tokyo Town zones, and I think that could work quite well, because over here we're going to have our sort of touristy bits, and then perhaps in this area, let's just drop a road in for now, round about there. Well, that removes some trees. There's only 2 trees, that's not too bad. Let's... Ooh, that one actually... Wow, that's a really long way from those trees, but look out, you lose the trees if you go that way. That's kind of a shame. Huh. Oh, maybe it's the road I'm actually drawing. Okay, so let's bring the road in from there instead, just to work out exactly where we can build. Right, so round about there. Okay, let's put the road there, and I'm just going to drop a couple of Tokyo Town zones in. And the kind of ones I want to use, because I'd actually like to do the Tokyo Town quest I got. Here it is. Actually, let's go ahead and accept that now, because I've done some of it already, because I built Himeji Castle ages ago. I do want to build some of these Sakura Parks today, and then I'm going to work on completing more deliveries to Tokyo anyway, because I want to get more of these first level Tokyo Town zones. So let's grab one of them. Let's take this one here, and pop him over there. Now, does this affect the trees or not? Doesn't seem to. Let's drop him in. Doesn't look like it took any out. Yeah, and you see that's quite a nice look, because you've got the different bits of water there. They complement each other in the area, and obviously we'll have to fix this up with you know, health coverage and all that kind of stuff, and we'll do that. But I want to get the design of the area right for now, and then we'll do something like popping the parks in. And again, my services are just a bit of a mess at the moment because we're undergoing this big redesign. So don't worry about that for now. We'll fix those for sure later on. Oh yeah, you've got to have 180,000 residents. Oh, that's annoying. I'd actually forgotten about those. That is annoying. Okay, well I guess what I will have to do between this episode and next one is just bring a bunch of these big residences back, give them services. It'll boost our population back up again, or I could just move the... Perhaps I could just move this down the end and see what population boost we get. Oh, let's go all the way down here. Does that not reach? Oh, of course it doesn't reach all the way down. Huh, okay. Alright, well let's ignore that. I will do a bit of city reorganisation just to maximise our population in the short term to get those Sakura Parks. And I'll pop a few of those in and around this area along with the Tokyo Town zones, and perhaps we can sort of dot them around the lake, just kind of on the edges, and see kind of how that looks. And if you've got any other ideas for me on what other things I could do with this area, do let me know. I'd love to see those for sure. What else have I done since last episode? Oh yeah, so I've upgraded my city storage. We are up to 450 now, so the current maximum is 500, and I want to try and get to there as quickly as possible, but not without, you know, I don't want it to be sort of too grindy. But I've had a little bit of downtime sitting on trains the last week or so, so I've managed to do that, which is pretty cool. And next episode, actually, I'd like to get you a bit more involved in choosing kind of what we do. I found that really effective with the Should You Build It series I've been doing, with kind of which building do we do next. And I've got 2 ideas for next episode. So I'd either like to create a area just behind the beach boardwalk that sort of separates the boardwalk from the city, or I'd like to work on the city entrance over here and try to come up with some kind of maybe imposing or gradual entrance to the city. So if you let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see, whether you want to see me work on the city entrance or the beach boardwalk, that would be cool. And the kind of ideas I've got are to have a road sort of along the boardwalk, and then maybe it might dive into the city a little bit, come back out, and then back along the boardwalk. And I want to pick between a few of the roads. So I've got the road examples over here, and we've got on the left hand side there, we've got the this one's the streetcar avenue, then you get the boulevard, I think it is, and then the avenue. And I think I want to use one of those 3 for the beach boardwalk, and the trees on the this one's the avenue. The trees on the avenue kind of match the beach boardwalk trees because they've got this sort of little, I guess they're kind of palm trees. They match, but it's a 6-lane road, and it looks quite bulky, and I think I want to have something which is a bit more kind of laid back. So I'm tempted to do the streetcar avenue or the boulevard, or maybe a combination of the 2, because I think that could look quite interesting. So if we had, say, a streetcar avenue, right, so this one at the bottom, if we had some of those kind of along the front, let's just grab those now, and we had a couple of those, say, along the front. We had like a section down to there, and then maybe say we dive into the city, we have like a boulevard section, then we have like another streetcar avenue section, so we had like 2 streetcars running along the beach. I think that'd be quite a cool thing to see. With the city entrance, I've actually got a lot less ideas. I'm not as sure kind of what to do with this. Whether I could go for something which uses a big landmark, so you sort of, Sims would come into the city and see a really cool landmark. Like, maybe we'd chuck the Arc de Triomphe down the end here and have it face kind of, I'd want it to, well, let's just put it there for a second, sort of, yeah, facing kind of that way, but at the end of a road. That could look kind of cool. We could also go for... we haven't built the Eiffel Tower yet. Maybe we could go for that. We could try and have some kind of Himeji Castle Sumo Hall in this area perhaps, and then move the Mayor's Mansion over to here, out of the way. But yeah, let me know kind of your ideas and stuff like that. There's one other thing I'd like to touch on this episode before we finish, which is city achievements. So let's go to the Mayor's Mansion again. Last time, you might remember, I finished the Smoggy City achievement, so we provided coal power to 170 residential zones, and if we tap on our residential, our services here, just like a power service, you can see our demand right now is 114 zones, okay, because I destroyed a bunch of them. And what I want to do is see if we can get one of the smaller achievements by just building the power stations for the next one. So I'd like to do this clean and green city, and I want to do all of these achievements eventually. Right now you can see we've got 6 out of 20 wind or solar power to 20 residential zones. We'll get 3 SimCash if we do that, and I want to create a space down here just to test what happens when we just build them. We've already obviously got that coal sort of supply for those areas already, so let's just chuck a road in down here, and I think they're 2 by 2, so we'll just go along here and then down there like that, and yeah, that'll do for now. And then we go over to power, and we're going to grab, let's grab, should we grab, yeah, let's just grab some solar power plants. So 35 capacity there, right? So this should, if I just pop that down, if this works, we should automatically get the clean and green city achievement. Let's see what happens. Nothing there yet. Let's head back over to the Mayor's Mansion and see if that has changed. We've put it over here by the lakes. So back to clean and green city, provide wind or... oh, it's crashed. Sorry about that, Mayors. The game just crashed there. Let's head back over to the Mayor's Mansion and just take a look at those city achievements just to make sure it wasn't bugging out or anything. So we tap the mansion again, we get our city achievements up just to double check, and clean and green city, yeah, still says 6 out of 20, so those coal ones are still supplying that energy to those areas. So if we start destroying some coal ones, then eventually the solar power plant we've just built down here will start supplying those residences, and then we should get some of those achievements. So let's go ahead and do that, because I don't want these coal power plants anymore. I do want some of them because I do want to have an area in my city which looks all kind of industrial age and stuff like that, but I only want a few of them, so let's just keep removing them. So capacity is 221 at the moment. Let's keep going until we get nice and... oops, pressing the wrong thing here. 209, let's delete this one. That took us down to 197. Let's bulldoze this one, and this is going to save us a bunch of room as well, because the provision of the solar power plants and the fusion and the nuclear ones and things like that, as we build them, their footprint is a lot less for a lot more power provision. There we go, yes, clean and green city. So you can't, that's really interesting, because you can't just kind of build a bunch of power plants. You've got to actually be supplying those residences. So it's just popped there because that is now working in that area. Let's have a look. Yeah, all the way up to 20 straight off, and we're obviously on 22 of 75 right now. So if we went and deleted another coal power plant, I suspect we'll see that number rise again. Let's go and do that. We should be able to do that no problem without running out of power. Yeah, 173. Let's bulldoze one more. And because there was, I think it was 35 on that solar power plant in terms of provision, this should have gone up by a bit. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it didn't. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe because we've got coal power plants and I'd actually need to reduce or bulldoze a few more of those. Alright, cool. Well, I guess I'll test the mechanics of that off camera. We've certainly proved that you can't just kind of build a bunch of solar power plants and then, you know, have them work and stuff like that. So, anyway, I will crack on with the Sakura Parks and the Tokyo town zone kind of here and think about city entrance and beach boardwalk and stuff. So do let me know in the comments down below what kind of thing you'd like to see me work on next episode. Is it the city entrance? Is it the beach boardwalk? And if you've got any ideas for my city or things you think you'd like to see me do, then let me know that as well. I hope you have a great day, Mares. I will see you next episode.